Alright. Here's a game. Kind of lost my voice, so I don't know how well this is really going to work, but I'll try. Yeah, looks like there's tax here. Other than that, I mean, there's really everything you could want, right? I mean, there's village, draw, but trashing. Ferryman has Hermit under it, which doesn't seem the most amazing, especially since, like, scraps around, and that's certainly something that you can open, and probably I will open on this 4. Only double scraps that bad. If we end up having to do it. Carpenter's not that appealing, just because, like, you have not much that you want to gain. The price point's really 5. One thing I'm not so sure about is, like, whether we could take maybe a secluded shrine with the scrap. The scraps clearly aren't that good at trashing copper. But on the other hand, you know, maybe you get to trash out a little bit more with the shrine if you go that way. I'm probably not hitting 5 on this shuffle anyways, like if I do double scraps, so I say whatever to that. And this will be, I don't know what. I might just follow you if you take one of the 4 costs. Otherwise, silver, it's okay. Okay, it's Carpenter, which I'm not that into. Oh, I can't follow one of the 4 costs. We could tax something. I'm not really sure what we would tax. I really don't know what this Carpenter's supposed to be getting. I guess Poachers, which is maybe okay. Again, next turn's probably not going to reach whatever number, so we can just take this silver. Oh, okay. Apparently this is how things are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and tax Capital City here. Yeah, this is not good, I must say. You tax Carpenter, that's fine. What do we want to tax? Maybe Camel Train? I think that's the thing that you're, like, most likely to be trying to buy next turn that I may or may not have. Okay. Just go card action off this. The other option would go, like, action horse, but I don't think so. Just go card action and maybe take a Carpenter. I'm not really in a position to be reaching 5 on future turns in this shuffle, so grabbing well, I kind of want the silver as the thing. Could just take a Poacher straight up. Yeah, let's do that. So much for not being in a position to hit 5. See what I know. We have to have some question of whether we, like, I don't know, trash 2 coppers or trash a, well, I guess we're trashing a state copper because of the 1 debt. I would like a Carpenter. We might actually go up and grab, like, Ferryman Hermit just so that we can, like, get Camel Train this way. Okay. Well, despite everything missing, I think I'm doing okay. I've certainly trashed more estates than you. If you failed to trash an estate, as bad as things have been over here, things have not been, you know, outstanding over there either. Silver. Alright, we're hitting 5, which I think should be Capital City. I mean, it's a good card. Let's just grab it. Not think too much. Take Barracks first. I don't love that. I think that should definitely be a Capital City. We can scrap this for a silver and or scrap this for stuff and grab 2 coppers. It's got the estate last time, right? So this can be like card, silver, horse, something like that. Trash out 2 of these. Tax is something, maybe a Carnival. Not really sure. I mean, you took the Barracks, so Carnival's certainly like the very best thing that you can be doing with the turn. I might take Ferryman here with the idea that the Hermit's going to get me a Camel train. Otherwise, I feel like I'm like unnecessarily overpaying for Camel train, which is fine, but you know, these things happen. A lot of poachers. I'm just going to take Ferryman here. Hope that we reach whatever number. This capital city that I'm about to draw off this Poacher is not going to be the most appealing thing ever. Really. Bishop, huh? Okay. Well, it's a horse. That's actually totally fine. Oh, I'm even going to get to... Oh man, this is actually just amazing. Okay, how do we want to do this? I want to Hermit a Camel train, and I'd like to trash out 2 coppers, probably more so than like get anything else in the world. That sounds right. We can scrap the shrine next turn. The other thing I can do is I can like trash the state with this. Okay, we want the Camel train. And then I guess I can scrap the silver for like silver horse who gives a dang. And trash out the 2 coppers. So like at this point we're thin, which is good. I'm about to get a madman. That's not something that I was really accounting for, but I'm kind of done with the Hermit anyways, so it's probably fine. And I mean, I think we're happy to have that madman. Okay. Well, we can get up to a gold here. I scrap shrine for some stuff. Yeah, I think we can get up to a gold here. Do we want to? Maybe. We can scrap shrine for like card, coin, horse. Camel train out, probably a capital city, buy gold. We have the madman around for next turn. We could even just take 2 more golds with the madman around. We have a plus buy. Kind of liking that idea. I mean, it may be a couple turns before we really get things going, but yeah, this seems good. Okay, I have with the madman. I do have the draw, and you've just been so unable to trash estates, which I blame on having too many coppers. And I guess you have the bishop. Do we want to trash this copper? Yeah, we do. Things seem okay. Things seem okay. I'm totally willing to scrap a gold or something like that. Am I willing to scrap a silver? I mean, sure. Just go, what? Card action, buy? Card action, silver. We're not gonna play the madman this turn, that's for sure. Which means probably I just like discard here and leave it. I could take a Carpenter. I should be hitting enough money next turn that I don't really care about holding the debt. So that's fine. The one thing I would kind of like to have done is played the Camel train, but I think I'd rather just leave the madman in there like this. Making Carpenter, whatever, bishop, Shrine back. Whatever. We have a Carnival in deck now. It's a little iffy for me. What could we do? We could gain a Bishop. We could gain another Poacher. I know this Carpenter's supposed to do something. I guess we could gain another Carpenter even. Gain another Poacher. I'm gonna try to run. I want to get like 2 capital cities in a Carnival this turn. That ends up being a possibility. Which means probably I want to wait the scrap to the end of the turn, unless we just want to scrap gold right now, which also seems fine. Okay, this is perfect. Horse on top. Let's do that. Pay off our debt. Let's get capital city. Discard from exile Carnival. Well, there's your Carnival. Maybe look at getting another Camel train with this Carpenter. Not sure exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice full turn for me. I do need another scrap also with the kind of coins I was hitting. We'll see as things go. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's a good number. I get a gold, okay. I'm gonna get another Camel train this turn. We're taxing something. We're taxing province. It's weird. There's gotta be something better to do than that. Not going particularly well to start this turn. There's the Carnival. It almost drew okay. I want to get something in before the shuffle, like a scrap or another Carpenter, another Camel train. These are all reasonable possibilities. I don't think it's really needed. Okay. Draw up. Alright. I don't even know if I really need to be carpentering or getting another scrap in this turn, although it is the plus buy, and I would like to have more plus buy. I'm just not sure if like Camel Train's more valuable here, because I'm hitting like 13 or something. Which we could kind of downtrend. I mean, we can also scrap the Ferryman. That's another possibility. Like if we gain scrap here. Or we could gain Camel Train and just get like extra stuff. Like that a little bit better. Alright, card. Buy coin, silver horse. Alright, maybe Carnival gold, buy Carnival gold or capital city. I feel like I'm a little bit light on consistency at the moment. Which is why I'm kind of feeling like a Carnival may be more useful. I guess we could also just get like 2 pairs of these, which actually seems totally fine also. Just really try to build up some consistency into the deck. Okay, province is so okay with me. So okay. That is not needed. This Carnival's sucking. That's better. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna Carpenter, probably another Carpenter. The expectation is that something's gonna empty on us. Soonish. I just play this Carnival. No, it's not a good idea. We can just play the Carnival now. Okay. So we do want another scrap for sure. Let's gain that. Scrap this guy for silver by coin, maybe. Okay. Draw up, sure. Action, coin, buy. Get another gold, another capital city. Capital city, gold. And I don't know, another poacher's not too bad. I don't think anything's low enough that I really need to worry about it, so just keep trying to build in these consistency measures. We have 2 carpenters, so we can like go up and get bishop, or if you do empty a pile, we can be looking at a gold to province. I'm actually not entirely sure if I have quite enough draw here, but hopefully it'll all work out. I probably don't have the draw if the carnivals are working. I'll be working like that. That's better. This is fine. That gets to the end of the shuffle on the carnivals when they can still actually draw. Because this stuff's not really drawable. Let's grab some of these golds. Seems pretty straightforward. I think I want a bishop for sure. I'm not sure if I want a second one. I don't think that there's going to be an ending here. Not really sure what these camel trains can do also. We might end up getting bishoped. So like we can bishop a gold. Carpenter maybe another bishop. Hold the horse. Hold your horses. This all seems fine to be doing. I want capital city this turn. That should really mess up your ability to continue gaining whatever. How many coins is this anyways? 15, so it's like province, capital city, tax on something. Kind of makes me feel silly about these camel trains, but we can do like, I can also just get a whole mess of ferrymen. Also seems okay. I don't think that you're really a threat, but I also don't really want to find out. So just get these away. Then province, ferryman. And let's go put a tax on province. The idea of the ferryman is that, like, as much as capital city is a good card, ferryman's just as much of a consistency measure, and it doesn't lower the piles unnecessarily. So that's our move. We didn't really replace these bishops, but I think that's fine. The move to make is going to be to empty a pile, and then we can carpenter the bishops up into these things as needed. I hope is that they won't be needed for scoring. Yeah. Just gross game. So like 2 camel trains, 2 bishops, take out capital city, and then we're going to need like 13 coins or something. And that's if I don't have to score, which is not the clearest thing ever, but we'll live with it. We can scrap the Ferryman as possible. A lot of draw. We do have a lot of draw. You certainly won't have an end, but you may have quite a bit of scoring. We'll see. We'll see what needs to happen when we get there. I feel like I have a better developed deck. I'm just a little bit... I'm definitely lighter on the draw than maybe would be ideal. A single province I could beat with... okay, lowering things is good for me. Well, I guess I'll have to beat probably a province plus this bishop. Okay, so we just score 5. That should be doable. I shouldn't be. I should be discarding like that instead, right? Just in case. Ooh, that's disgusting. Well, only one thing to be doing with that. Alright. So try to keep it going still. It's really not working. Do another silver. Alright. Maybe more like this. Okay. Do things this way. Ugly draw. But I think we'll get through it. I probably want to hermit another scrap here. Trying to figure out what my end is now. Like I have the 2 camel trains, but I don't know. I mean, we're gonna try to do it this turn. I guess we could gain another camel train with hermit. That might be the most effective thing. There's also a lot of question of whether I can actually get through that stuff, which is not the clearest. But for now, I think we're fine. Am I going to be able to draw with one of these things again? And am I going to need this bishop? We might be buying, or I guess we're probably going to be gaining province with one of the Carpenters, so we don't necessarily need the bishop that much. I think. How do we want to do this? I mean, we want to draw the gold. And then I feel like we're just going to be way, way short on money. We can bishop silver. Camel train 3 carnivals. Carpenter. Okay, yeah, this is fine. No, this is not fine. We don't have the terminal space, do we? So what does that mean? That means we're going to Carpenter trash gold to province. I feel like I need some replacement gold, though I don't really know how to get that. We're going to Carpenter camel train to what? I want the madman. Can we score enough here? Carpenter camel train to a duchy. Take the madman, tax province twice. And Carnival probably. Let's do that. Take the madman. Hopefully that can produce enough draw this next turn. Just didn't have a very good start of turn there, and it hurt. quite a bit. I also wonder if I should have taken out the Poacher. That seems like a real possibility of something that should have happened. Just because you have a lot of them. I'm just uncomfortable with lowering anymore. You know how many golds you're carrying. Like, I'm carrying 0 golds at this point. So that means you have 4, probably. That's a little scary. Certainly. I don't think you'll be able to take out provinces, but... Yeah. Put both your camel trains in the trash. So that's one thing that's probably not happening. Yeah, I definitely should have taken out the last Poacher. Oh well. There's still not really a threat here, it's just, should have taken out the last Poacher. This, scrap stuff missing is really annoying. How many golds you have? I don't know if this bishop should be on gold. You gotta be thinking, I need to score. Province is not my win right now. My win is still Poacher Carnivals. Go to province, and then we're going to buy province, tax province. I mean, I can easily take 2 provinces against that. Like, I can mill 1 and do whatever else I need. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a point lead. We'll see. Actually, I should be able to do provinces here, probably. Yeah. Mill. This should be another duchy for you. Now that we mention it. That way I'd have to bishop something and mill 2 by 1. Might scrap this bishop for, like, card action coin. Something. Coin. I don't really need a buy out of it. I probably just want to take the extra gain. Good. Okay. Carnival. I'll just play Madman right now. We'll draw most everything and then we can work from here. Alright. I don't think I lost no, I didn't lose a Carpenter, so the move here is just going to be bishop or Carpenter 2 provinces into province, figure out how to buy a province, which I think should be quite easy. So that's enough to buy the province. We need to bishop a something, which I guess will be Ferryman. And then we have the 2 mills to province buy. Two mills and buy and hope there's no fleet. No fleet. Alright. We made it. Yeah, the starting draws were not good for either of us, which is probably what pressed out this game a lot more than the tax. I don't know. I feel like maybe I could have put together a win on the last turn, but it's tough. With where the scraps were. I mean, I would have had a win on the last turn if I hadn't had to be scrapping at the start of turn for garbage, but we ended up putting it together okay at the end, and we stayed enough ahead that this wasn't that much of a threat. The Barracks buy was ungood. I think that should have just been a capital city. Like, I think you're happier to have capital city Carnival than you are to have the Barracks ever. We trashed a lot better early, which was a good thing, although it did come back around to where it looked pretty even in the middle. And, yeah, that was that. So, long extended game that I don't know if anybody's going to watch to it, the end of it, but with that, I'll see you